It's 12:02. Let's get started. Welcome to our September webinar, where we'll be talking about uh, power skill for project professionals to thrive in the area of AI. So we all know that a lot going on in the area of AI. A lot of companies are exploring how to use AI. A lot of companies have started using it from project managers or project professionals like Scrum Masters, product owners, business analysts, and developers too. Um, they are continuously exploring how to use AI, and also it for some it may be like a concern or kind of scary because um, uh, there is a thought going on that certain roles, such like project managers, scrum masters, may not be needed when the AI takes over most of the tasks that project managers do. Uh, so this webinar I created to first of all tell that all of us project professionals don't have to worry about. As long as we know how to adapt and thrive in this area of AI. So instead of getting scared of AI, let's make that as a kind of stepping stone to actually get to the next level in project management or in projects. So what I did, what I was thinking about that how project professionals can succeed or thrive. So it where I went is that there are um, a few skills. I identified 8. There could be more than 8, but identify 8 key skills that will make you or anybody in the project world irreplaceable in even in the AI driven world. So this webinar is kind of a reassurance that project manager role is going to stay. Scrum Master, product owners, business analyst, all those roles are going to stay, provided all of us adapt and learn these 8 key skill. I call them power skills. Okay, so that's the kind of little background I wanted to start with, and also I wanted to open up the floor a little bit for a couple of minutes to see what other people think about um, how about AI, how it will impact project professionals, how you think about what are your thoughts. So I want to keep it a little bit more interactive. So um, what anybody wants to open up their microphone and talk? What do they think? I'm sure something is going on in your mind too, right? Something is going on in your mind. So anybody?
Hey, this is Bill, and I'm sorry I'm eating while I'm listening, but from my perspective, it's another tool, right? And my goal is to kind of learn how to utilize this tool, and same as GitHub or kind of any other project management tool and I'm in the software development kind of realm, but to me, it's another tool that you better learn to use, or else you may be become less useful if you're not able to implement this tool in your toolkit.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely a perspective, Bill. Yes, anybody else?
Yeah, this is Dave Robinson. I use AI tools quite a bit for my job, and it's very good for reporting. But AI is never going to manage people on your projects. I mean, it can't do that. So it might automate some manual tasks, especially when it comes to reporting and scheduling, but it's not going to manage people for you. You need people to manage people.
Very good, Dave. Very good. Anybody else? Steve, Ben, VB, do you have any thoughts? Okay, all right, let's move on. Okay, all right. So little agenda here. So we'll follow these topics as we go along. Um, so what is the objective? So by attending this webinar, you will get the confidence to thrive in the area of AI. So your confidence will increase. How can we thrive in the area of AI? And get a better understanding of what are those 8 power skills that can help you to continue to be relevant in your career, because all this talk going on that AI will replace people, you know so that by practicing improving those skills, you can continue to be relevant, and not only relevant, you will thrive. So this is something that you will get the confidence and get a better understanding of those skills. uh, and so this is a little bit about me. Many of you already know me, so I'll not spend a lot of time. I started RefineM in 2011 at the company that provides project management consulting and training. We do project management consulting, we do agile transformation, and we lots and lots of trainings we do. And very recently, we have a couple of initiatives related to AI that we have been working on, and I will share those as we go along. So let's move on. Uh, Let me talk a little bit more about our Gen I initiatives. So we have developed and we have been delivering this 2-day Gen AI workshop for POs and PMs. And this workshop is very different than many of the courses that you'd have seen. There are probably, I don't know, maybe hundreds of courses, PMI, Oracle, Microsoft, uh, Amazon, whatever. Uh, but the key difference is that in this is a workshop, not the training. So you get to actually practice things. You get your hands dirty. So there are use cases, there's a case study and use cases that we have developed, and we apply AI to those use cases and say how you can use AI to to make useful for your project or your project work. So that's why it is very different, and I call it a workshop, not a training. The other is that I'm leading a AI POC group. So this group has about a dozen people who are working with me, and as a group, we have identified several use cases in the project management area, and we are developing proof of concepts to basically um, show how to use AI for those use cases. And some of those are here, that POC that we have completed is the earned value management. How do you do earned value management using AI? How do you do project status reporting? How do you do risk management? How you develop charter? So these POCs are already completed. We have actually presented our POCs on earned value management and status reporting at projectmanagement.com. And we will be soon doing the AI charter and risk management also at projectmanagement.com, where it goes to wide audiences all over the world. Like every webinar is attended by more than 2,000 people. There are POCs in progress, testing CPM AI implementation, AI alignment and governance. And I think we have recently a new member have joined our group, and she's working on a new POC. Maybe you have to update this slide, which is basically automating some of the regular tasks that project managers do. So there are a lot going on here. If you want to join this group, this is a voluntary group. You have to, if you are very interested in digging deeper or what's going on and you want to play an active role, then you are more than welcome to join this group. Just you to write to me, and then we can go from there. So this is very exciting. A lot of people involved in this, and we are learning. We are learning from each other. And then we have our tools, IntelliDoc and dbquery.ai. that allows to do query on databases and query on document library using simple English language. And they learn from your past queries, and your queries will become better and better. So those are the tools that my team has developed. So these are some of the AI initiatives we are moving forward. We are educating ourselves as well as others. Related to this, we have another webinar coming up on October 16, which talks about AI in data literacy, which is one of the skills all project managers need to learn, and we'll talk more about that. So that's going to happen on October 16th. So, so now let's go to a little, Menti and answer this question. So we'll go to menti.com here. Uh, okay, yeah. So if you go to menti.com and use the code 82923877, if you use that code, you should be able to find it, and uh, just list what are your expectations from this webinar, what you want to learn today, or why you are here today. So if you can go and do that, that would be great. Uh, so that when I do the webinar present, learn power skills. Okay, very good, excellent. Anybody else? What do you want to learn today? And of course, you will get PDU or SCU, AI skills for PMs. Okay, very good, very good, very good, excellent, excellent. What else? Anything else? Okay, all right, let's move on. So let's talk a little bit to set the context. How AI is changing the project management landscape. So there's a lot going on here. So where we are as a project management professionals in the age of AI. So there are some statistics that we gathered from different resources that are listed below. 35% of the companies were using some form of AI in 2022. So we're talking about 2-3 years ago. You know, so that was about 1/3 of the companies using AI in one way or the other. And then in 2023, 33% of project managers were utilizing AI for decision support, enhancing the quality of speed and project-related decisions. So about 1/3 of project managers were already using in 2023. And now the latest is 2025 McKinsey's report that's it 78% of organization use AI in some capacity. So within 2-3 years from 2022 to 2025, it has actually more than doubled. So people are moving very fast. Organizations are moving very fast to increase the use of AI in their work. And I'm sure this 2023 figure that we have for how much project managers are using, I am thinking it definitely will more than 50-60%. A lot of people are using. I use AI almost every day. Some of the things that you will see in this slide deck was created from AI. So I use it pretty almost every day, and I encourage everybody in my organization to use it. So this is not going to stop. This is going to go and increase and keep increasing. So think about if you are a project manager who do not know how to use AI, what happens? And so basically, you are not only left behind, but slowly you will start seeing it more and more that AI becomes one of the job requirements for any role, of course, not just project manager, any role within the project will require you to be AI savvy. So it's definitely something that everybody need to learn and use it. And I can tell you, I'm using it, so I can tell you that this is so good. This is so good, and you can use it for whatever purpose in project management you want to use. So there are a lot of tools available in the market. Many of them are free. Many of them are free, and some have like a little advanced version, like Chat GPT. There's a little advanced version, can do more with that, and that is also not very costly, like $20 a month. So I think spending $20 a month and having something like ChatGPT or any other tool that you like, there are a lot here. So I wanted to say that you don't have to just stick to one. You can, or whatever you feel comfortable, try different tools and see what is useful to you. Maybe you want to use more than one, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. And in addition to these, lot of existing applications already use copilots. They have actually integrated AI with their applications. So like Office 365 has a copilot. um, MS Project has a copilot. MS Teams has a copilot, and this simple things like we are doing this webinar, or if you're doing this meeting, and if I want to create meeting notes or summary, um, if you can record it, or if you can have a transcript of this meeting, and if you upload that to an AI tool, it can create the summary in less than a minute. And then you can take that and then edit it, change it, whatever you want to do. Otherwise, you may spend 30 minutes or so to create the summary, at least 15 minutes or so. So that will cut down heavily, very heavily. So all the tools that you normally use, similarly Google tools, if your organization uses Google set of tools, they also have copilots. So either you use these AI specific tools, or you use the copilots within your applications. Either way, and learn how to use it. And one of the most significant thing, and I'll talk later about, is how to talk to AI. And I think there is a course. The PMI has a course. I don't know the exact name of the course. Philip, if you can find it and put a link here on the chat, that will be great. I think talking to AI, something like that. Yeah. Okay. What does the era of AI mean to project professionals? Um, your your projects are going to interface with AI. That's going to happen uh, much sooner than you can expect. Uh, so definitely they are going to interface with the AI, probably directly, if not indirectly. Okay. So they are definitely going to be there. So they're, whatever product you're developing, whatever service you're providing, whatever your company does, you will see AI getting into that. Okay, so that's, if you are a retail company, if you are a manufacturing company, if you are a healthcare company, uh, you will see your projects will have something related with AI. Okay, then you need to know what it is and how it will impact your projects and teams. So that's important. Like if you are estimating your project and you say, okay, we'll be using AI for doing this, that, your team members say, okay, they will be using AI tool, and this task, what they were doing earlier used to take 5 days, will be done in a day. Now you have to take that into account when you do your project management, estimation, scheduling, and all those kind of things. Okay, even if you are not using AI, I'm talking about your team using AI. Okay, So that's important to understand. You need to find opportunity to use it to optimize your project management, whatever role you are playing. Okay, that need to find opportunities to do that, and then you need to develop power skills that AI tools can't replicate. So one is, so there are two things. One is learning how to use AI. That's one thing. And second thing is that by learning AI, you will save some time by utilizing AI. So it's several research studies show that you can save up to 25% of your time as a project manager role. I'm talking about Scrum Master project manager role. That's what I'm talking about. So you can save about 25%. So it's almost 2 hours every day. In a week, we have 10 hours. What you are going to do with these 10 hours? Okay, so use that time to develop your power skills, and we'll talk about the power skills that AI cannot replace. So there are things that AI can replace, and I think somebody was talking about that. In the beginning, there are certain things that AI will replace, certain things that AI cannot replace. So whatever AI can replace, learn how to do that. Okay, and then in the time saved, learn or get better at what AI tools cannot do. Okay, um, how to adapt. Now we're moving forward and talking about how to adapt and thrive in the age of AI. So let's talk about, and we'll go to Mentimeter again, and let's say, I don't know why it. Um, yeah, so here it is. What are the top 3 skills you feel are most important in today's AI-driven world? So, what do you think? What are top 3 skills most important? Whatever comes to your mind. If you want to just say one, that's also is fine. But I wanted to see what are the top 3 skills. What you think are most important in today's AI world. And it's the same menti.com, use 82923877. That's ethics, legality, decision making. Okay. Emotional intelligence, data literacy, critical thinking. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Decision making. Yeah. Prompts. Yeah. Yeah. That's very important thing. Somebody said prompt, and there is a whole, learning area called as prompt engineering. That's a new kind of a thing has come up, prompt engineering. There are books on that now. So I was attending a meeting with PMI instructors. I'm one of the PMI instructor, and we had that instructor call yesterday. So somebody has launched a book called as prompt engineering. So I think that is something that is very important, and we will talk some more about that later. But prompts with context, yeah, this is important. Prompt with context. So yesterday I was actually working with, gave the full context of what I want to use AI for, and it gave me pretty good, pretty good responses. So I was creating a campaign, and drip campaign, if you know, some of you are aware of that in marketing, and it gave me pretty good. And I just looked at it and reviewed it and made little changes, and it's kind of ready to go. It took probably, you know 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes to design that prompt with context. And after that, really took maybe 2 minutes or so. Help with building the schedule. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, very good. I think that's wonderful. Let's move on. So, how to survive and thrive? So we know AI is here and continuing to grow. However, it does not handle interpersonal situations well. It handles only more technical. So if you see the project management part, I call it art and science of project management. So there is a science part. Somebody said developing schedule here. So writing a charter, developing a schedule, status reporting, earned value management, risk management, and whatnot. So I call that as kind of art and science of uh, project management, where you have a set process, formulas, and all those things that once you learn and you can put together. But there's an art part of it, and art part of it is all dealing with people, interpersonal situations, dealing with people. So as of today, AI doesn't do a good job there, or it is not able to do. I don't know about the future. I don't know about the future, but as of today, it's not able to do so. Today, there's an opportunity for all the project professionals to learn those people skills, interpersonal, to handle the interpersonal situations, that happen. And here are things like technical that AI can do well, interpersonal AI cannot do well. Okay, recognizing patterns, suggest improvements, general predictions, streamlining communications, suggest a way to manage. Those are some of the things they can do. um, and then the AI cannot do these kind of things, form genuine human bonds, use conflict to foster better understanding, align projects with strategy. Um, I'm just thinking more about it. Align project. Maybe they can do it, but not straight away. Not straight away. But I think that's close to moving to the left. Uh, I can think of it close to moving to the implement a new structure, yeah, things like that, or create a new organization structure or whatever. That may be able to do it, but most likely the people kind of a thing. Okay, creating relationship, building relationship, genuine human bonds, conflict, and all those kind of things. So there are eight power skills that I was talking about. There are eight power skills that um, project professionals need to develop. The very first one is AI itself. AI and data literacy. I think though that is important. In addition to tools like AI tools, what we talked about, also understanding data, because most of the AI works on the data. To understanding data is important. So that's one piece which is towards understanding that part, and then also developing skill to have a focus on the strategy or value. So your focus should be value or strategy, and we're going to talk more about each one of them. Human-centered leadership. This is again when talking about the human or people-related thing. Critical thinking. I think one of you told about the critical thinking. So critical thinking is another thing that as of now AI tools are not able to do. Someday they no will not be surprised if they are able to. Problem solving, building relationships, managing conflicts, and the eighth, last but not the least, very important one, safeguarding mental and emotional health. We need to develop that as well, how we stay mentally and emotionally healthy and strong. Okay, in different situations. So we'll go ahead and um, uh, go a little deeper on each one of these. So AI and data literacy, what it is, understanding AI tools, strength and weaknesses, look what tool does, and using data, very important thing, using data for guide decision making. Some of the examples are given here, and how you develop it. So you can take courses on AI, machine learning, data analytics, experiment with tools, starting with low stake environments, not very in a very heavy way. And then you can join communities. You may have those local groups, meetups, and all those kind of things. I go to a couple of meetups here to learn, and I have a little video here to talk about data literacy some more. So a couple of minutes video here. So let me play this to you, and let me know if you don't hear the audio.
Data literacy in the AI era. In the age of artificial intelligence, AI, data literacy has emerged as a crucial skill for managers. As AI algorithms increasingly rely on vast amounts of data to make predictions and recommendations, managers must possess the knowledge and proficiency to collect, analyze, and interpret data effectively. At the core of AI applications lies data, massive volumes of structured and unstructured information collected from various sources. AI algorithms process this data to identify patterns, make predictions, and derive insights. Managers who are data literate understand that data is the fuel that powers AI systems, enabling them to extract valuable insights and drive innovation within their organizations.
Okay, uh, so that was a little. Uh,
Data lit-
Now the second one is strategic or value focus. So what does it mean by that? So seeing the bigger picture, you know, how your project is is delivering on a strategy. What is organizational strategic? What is the organization value? You know, and how your project is aligned, understanding it, and even aligning it. If it is not aligned, then figuring out how it can get aligned with the strategy. Not just doing the project, but having that focus will be very helpful. And prioritizing work based on value. This also come from agile mindset, prioritizing work based on value. So the higher value get work prioritized is prioritized and gets done first, as compared to low value. So something that in your project, if that is not valuable, it is not aligned to the strategy, then you may prioritize it as low. So this happens, and then communicating the why. Anybody says why we're doing this, why this is like this, why this is like this. So communicating, understanding, and communicating the team and stakeholders why. So if you develop this skill of understanding strategy and value and aligning everything to that, that is what is called as strategic for value or focus. Thinking about that all the time, thinking about whatever tasks are there in the project or whatever milestones and deliverables and things like that, how they, what value they produce, how they are aligned to the organizational strategy, how you develop these. So first of all, you need to learn what is your organization strategy or strategic plan. What are the KPIs, or KRAs, key result areas and key KPIs. So understanding of that, learning about that, understanding that, um, and then practice linking project delivery to business outcomes. So business outcomes that are tied to the strategy. So so whatever project deliverables you are producing, very stronger link to that. Communicating this connection with the stakeholders and team members. So making sure everybody understands in the team. Volunteer for portfolio or roadmap planning sessions, because that will help not only you to align your project with the strategy, but also give you an opportunity to talk to senior leadership and work with the senior leadership and deliver value to senior leadership from your work. So this is how you develop strategic value or focus. The next one is human-centered leadership. We were talking about this skill, human-centered leadership, leading with empathy, understanding what's going on in the situation with people, developing trust and inclusion, supporting people as individuals. Not only supporting their work or what, but supporting them individuals. Sometimes somebody is, low because of whatever is happening in their life, or around them. So supporting them at that point of time, inspiring, and also leveraging emotional intelligence. Though all those things, will make the kind of human-centered relationship. So how do you practice, or how do you develop this? Very first thing is that keep people at top of your mind all the times. Keep people. So whatever situation is, think from people's perspective. Things for not from project perspective, not from organizational perspective, but people perspective. Okay, people who are involved in that. Seek feedback for your leadership, from your peer team members. How I'm doing, am I taking, do I seem to be a human-centered leader? Kind of thing, talking to them, asking them, and not only organization or the work, but at home too. Your spouse, your kids, your parents, your siblings. How do I do, what is their feedback, kind of a thing. Practice active listening. That's another. And showing appreciation. uh, this is a great job you did. I really appreciate what you did, or this was so helpful. Something like that. And taking leadership or emotional intelligence training, that will be helpful, because there you will learn how to become a leader and how to use emotional intelligence in your leadership. Uh, so the next one is critical thinking. Okay, that's another very important skill that AI tools don't do right now, or may not do well. Uh, so thinking about thinking, how to think. Okay, asking questions, applying reasoning to assess validity of what solution you are coming up with. um, and this is what enables continuous improvement and more effective problem solving. So you can solve problem, but if you apply critical thinking, then it is a more effective way of solving the problem. How do you develop critical thinking? So practice root cause analysis, the fishbone diagram and all those kind of things that you might have seen. And 5 whys technique: why this is, why this is, why this is. So once you do 5 whys, then it is said that once you have reached to the fifth level, then you really know the root cause. Everything about that is more symptoms, not the root cause. And root cause analysis is, root cause analysis technique also is basically will take you to the one or multiple root causes. So first, how to develop is to go to the root cause, understand how to do root cause analysis. uh, Develop active listening and emotional intelligence. We talked about that under leadership. In critical thinking also, active listening is important. Study logical fallacies and cognitive distortions to discover application to your own thinking. So these are some of the ways you can develop critical thinking. And then the link to this is problem solving. They go hand in hand. Critical thinking and problem solving, they go hand in hand. So the little variation, what we have here, it is critical thinking is self-focused, problem solving is team focus. Critical thinking is about evaluating informations, problem solving is about evaluating solutions. Okay. Output, it is decision. In critical thinking, in problem solving, output is a solution. Both can be learned and practiced. Okay, we'll talk a little bit about problem solving, but I wanted to show this differentiation over here. We have a full day course. I think it's a 1 day course on critical thinking and problem solving that we have been delivering for quite some time, and this is pretty good. um, so problem solving. What is problem solving? Effectively identifying and resolving obstacles, staying calm and creative under pressure, turning challenges into opportunities to improve. So coming up with solutions, finding, coming up with multiple solutions, finding the right solution. How to develop it? You have so many frameworks from problem solving, you know, PDCA, DMAC, design thinking. So there are several frameworks that are available. for problem solving. Reflect on past problems and whatever lessons you learned from there, if this problem came earlier also. Uh, and when the solutions come, usually I'll say for a problem, you should explore multiple solutions. Don't just, first solutions you find, go and implement. Spend some time to develop multiple solution and brainstorm those solutions with your end-to-end, your cross-functional teams, and then get a kind of understanding which solution is the best for the team. And of course, improve collaboration. So that is about problem solving. I think there are a couple more left. Building relationships, yeah, I think that's another skill that is very important in this era of AI. So what does building relationship mean? Developing trust-based professional connections, collaborating, and also investing in building a strong support network. So basically saying, building a network, collaboration, developing relationship based on trust and whatnot. So basically, eh, and building relationships, how it helps. And you may have been in all of you maybe may have been in situations where you have seen how effective and useful is relationship building. A lot gets done if you have excellent relationship with your stakeholders, with your team members. A lot get done very easily, versus if you are trying to do it other way around without relations. If you are going to somebody who you don't have any relation, then, or you don't have any relationship, then it's very it's little bit more challenging. You can get the things done, but if you know the other person, you have developed good relationship, then things become easier. Uh, and as a project professional, you work with people all the times, so it's important to build relationships. How you develop relationship building skills? um, Schedule regular one-on-ones with the stakeholders, try to understand what they do, and offer them whatever help they need. Understand their pain points, try to solve their pain points, and then have very close communication with them. So regular communication with them. So that is helpful in building relationship with your stakeholders. Attend industry and community networking events. So that's another place where you can go and build relationship with different people. So networking is another way of building relationship. Practicing open communication, open, honest communications, and approaching network with servant leadership mindset, that I'm here to help you, I'm here to serve you kind of approach. So that is very useful in how you build relationships. So relationship building is another skill that is needed. And I have a little video here, building relationship. So let's listen to this.
In order to reach your potential and do what you're really meant to do, you're going to need some help. You can't do this alone. You need coaching to do it. You need feedback, and you need people to talk to about your fears, your insecurities, your doubts. Sometimes you just need people to talk to for a reality check. The thing that really struck me and shook me when I came here to Harvard Business School is I would have a student come to my office and really talk to me about a difficult situation they're going through. And the first question I normally ask them is, who have you talked to about it? And invariably, the answer is almost always no one. And what I've realized is, in this hyper-connected world we live in, people don't have that many relationships. Relationship means mutual trust, mutual respect, and mutual understanding. There's an exercise and 3 things I think you can do to help build understanding, trust, and respect, and that is self-disclosure. In order to have a relationship with someone and have them understand you have to tell them something about yourself. And I don't mean something superficial, I mean something fundamental about yourself. Maybe your upbringing, your parents, traumas in your life, something that would help them understand you better. And a lot of people are so buttoned up, they don't ever do that. Number 2, And when I call it inquiry, which means asking someone a question that would help you understand them better. How many times does a senior person of the company take a trip with subordinates and they don't learn a damn thing about them in the entire business trip? Because they never ask. They never ask, just ask questions. A lot of us are not good at that. And then the third thing is, do you seek advice? You frame a situation that you want advice on, or an area of self-doubt, and ask advice. Just think how great you feel when somebody tries to seek your advice on something. I feel flattered. They're showing me a lot of respect. Now, why do I suggest doing those three things? They help people understand you better. They help you understand the person you're trying to have a relationship better. They build trust. And those three things help build relationships. And the reason I go through this in this book, you need to have relationships with people. You can't be an island. And more often than not, I find when people are struggling in their lives or have regrets, this is one ingredient that they failed to work on. And so I'm trying to talk about how do you build a relationship so that you can actually go to work on doing it.
Okay. So that was a little more information about building relationships. Managing conflicts is the next one. What managing conflict means: addressing disagreements. So conflict come because of disagreements. I have something, somebody else has something, and we don't agree, and that actually results in a conflict. So addressing those disagreements constructively and respectfully. Uh, Balancing competing interest, and understanding that conflict is inevitable, and also preventing small tensions from spilling over into big issues. So that all is managing conflict. That all is, and how do you develop, learn conflict resolution techniques? Okay. There are probably 7 or 8 different techniques, and some I mentioned here. Confronting means going to the root cause of the problem or disagreement, going to the root cause, and then basically removing that root cause, uh, or to coming up with a compromise or collaborating. So there are multiple techniques, and in the next slide, I'll show you different situations and techniques. Take introductory classes on conflict management, understand conflict management some more. Build your emotional regulation skills to help you with conflicts, so you don't get carried away with whatever conversation. Because sometimes in a conflict situation, there are heated arguments. So if you get carried away with that, then the situation may become even worse. So managing conflicts, and so this some of the examples here. I may not have time to read all of this. If you're looking for the slide deck, then please let us know, and we'll send you the slide deck. So here is one. I'll say it seems that real problem here is not a lack of communication, but lack of knowledge of what needs to be done and when. Here is a copy of project schedule. It should help you understand what you need to know. So the root cause is people not knowing what need to happen. So the root cause, removing the root cause, is called as technique called as confronting, trying to go to the root cause. This is do it my way or highway, kind of thing. So forcing, and then of course there are other situations here. So understanding those situations and then seeing which technique applies to which situation. And the last one here is taking care of yourself. Not the least, taking care of yourself, your well-being, your mental and emotional health. That's important with so much going on. It's very important to focus on your mental. So prioritizing your well-being, to maintain performance and resilience. Because if you are not well, then it will reflect on your performance. Okay. Recognizing stressful situations, burnout situations, emotional overload because of a lot going on. Recognizing all those, that sometimes we are not even aware. Sometimes we even don't even know it. But recognizing that, and once you recognize it, then you will be able to resolve it. Supporting culture of balance and psychological safety. So those are some of the things which mean the safeguarding self. How to develop it? set boundaries, and model healthy work habits. So healthy work habit, there are multiple things that you're not sitting all 8 hours in front of the computer. Take breaks, go talk to people, right? Or something like that. So those are healthy work habits. Practice mindfulness, take rest, self-care routines. So morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time works out. And nowadays, since most of us are working remote, so it's difficult. Though it is convenient, it's more productive from my perspective, but you are alone, kind of a thing, you know. So some of the things you need to do to take care of that: encourage open conversation about workload and stress. So some of those things, something those things that you need to develop mental and emotional health. So I covered those skills quickly. Let's do a quick quiz. We have few minutes here, or let's skip the quiz. I think probably I would like to do rather some of the Q&A part, since we have only 5-6 minutes left. So in conclusion, we see the rise of AI causing concern among many project management professionals who are worried that AI may displace their jobs. That's something is going on. While this is happening, there are steps you can take. Cultivating any or all of these 8 power skills in a strong first step to advance your career. Start with these skills, begin developing it, then pick others as you go. So understand what's going on, create your own plan, and implement that plan. So you are not only left behind, but you are thriving in this era. So this is I was talking about today AI workshop, where we go through different aspects of AI. So the first power skill that we are saying, building AI and data literacy. So this is the course that will help you build the AI literacy, and will help you to really see how you can use AI in your day-to-day work. We do it every month. Next one is October 17 and 18. And if you are interested, you can go to our website and find out more detail. Um, and then next October, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule webinars on each of these 8 power skills. Okay. So this is the next power skill, the first part, AI and data literacy. So today I might have spent 5 minutes on this, or maybe 2-3 minutes on this, but then we are going to devote the whole um, webinar on the AI and data literacy, and that will happen on October 16. So if you are interested in taking a deep dive on AI and data literacy, you can sign up for this webinar and join us on October 16. And this is how you will claim your PDUs. If you want to take a screenshot of this, more than welcome to take a screenshot of this. And if you need to have a copy of the deck, we can make available the copy of the deck too. So we have 5 minutes left. I wanted to see if there are any questions. I didn't want to short circuit the questions. So let's see if what questions do you have? Anybody has any questions? Dave, Bill, Steve, VB. Anybody any questions? Okay, Steve saying no questions. Okay, so let me ask a question to you. Can respond either with the chat, or just open up your microphone. How did you find, how useful you found this webinar for you? Anybody? Was this useful for you? Did you learn anything that you thought you will be learning? How was this webinar from your perspective? You can use chat, or you can unmute your microphone and talk. Anybody? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Okay, yeah, human component. Okay. Yeah. And rehearsal required for project management personnel. Yeah. Yeah. Non-AI skills. Yeah. Okay. 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 All right. If you don't have any questions, more questions, then we can stop here. And I will see you in October when we go deeper into AI and data skills. So I'll um, see you next month. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, MK.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.